Propaganda is my favorite part of the show, and this is where we look at China's outward propaganda. This is the stuff that they put out there for us to see, right? And lately they've been trying to put out this image that China's, doing all these amazing things to help with sustainable fishing and things like that, because everybody knows that China's the worst culprit when it comes to unsustainable fishing. They go out there and they go to the Galapagos Islands, for instance, and kill all the endangered species en masse. And they wait until nighttime, turn off the transponders on the ships and go into protected waters and catch, hammerhead sharks or whatever. And then, it's...
What do you do with a hammerhead shark?
Take the fin.
Oh, okay. You don't use it for construction?
No, absolutely not. No, it's pretty bad, the stuff they do. And they've outfished all of the seas around China to the point where it's just decimated. That's why they have to send these massive fleets to the coasts of Africa and
why else
South America.
Why else would you do that?
They've got it's like an army. It's a militia. It's huge, and it's like a floating city that goes around. And the worst part about it is they can stay out there forever, because what they do is they fish. They're just like on an industrial scale, fishing the seas dry. And then they send like supply ships that come out there and get their haul to take back to China so they can continue to fish. So they don't even need to fish, go back to China. So it's like this unstoppable machine. It's terrible. Anyway, it's depressing when you look into it. I've done a couple of videos about it. It really annoys me. And it annoys me that not enough people are paying attention to it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so because they're trying to combat this image of them basically destroying the seas, they got CCP Milk to do a little piece about...
CCP Milk has returned. If you don't know, CCP Milk is the Chinese propaganda version of me.
Correct.
But he's British.
Yes. Yeah. So let's take a look at what he had to do here today. I'll get us out of here. So, here we go.
We're in Linjiang County of Fuzhou, famous in China for its abalone. In fact, 1/3 of China's abalone comes from right here. Let's go and take a look and see how things are going today.
Oh, the pain of existence.
Next, we're going to delve deeper into the sea to check out a cruise liner developed for abalone.
What in the bloody Sam Ducket is that? That is not a cruise liner. That rusty piece of rubbish. Just bloody wonderful. Good thing I got a tetanus shot before coming here. Even I have to admit this is really fishy. They keep interspersing B-roll of this lovely white, beautiful-looking facility, but I'm here on the ground and it's a rusty piece of crap.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really do be like that sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to point this out. It's very short and sweet this week. But it's about how they're basically farming abalone instead of just, poaching it from South Africa or whatever, which, by the way, is a real thing. In South Africa, they keep catching, people that come from China that actually hire people locally to steal it, and then they bust them in Chinatown with huge amounts of abalone in their backyard or whatever.
Yeah, I actually watched a documentary. I think Vice did it, where they went to some Cape communities where the people were... locals were doing it on behalf of China.
Yeah, because there's so much demand from China.
A lot of money, yeah.
So anyway, this is about them.
Can you pause it on the disappointment motivational poster? I just want to show how much we look alike. This guy is my long lost twin. And it's so weird that I do anti-CCP stuff and he does pro-CCP stuff. It's wild.
It is wild, but he
Make me big real quick.
Okay.
Oh, no, then we'll
I can. Yeah, there. You gotta No,
you have to do
you have to look like you're in pain. That nothing's ever worked out in your life, and you're just I'm sorry.
We do look alike, though.
Yeah, you guys do look alike.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm not even British.
Yeah, the problem is that he honestly looks like, I don't know, depressed or something.
I think, this is why I've never really gone... I'm not going to go after any of the shows, but I made a whole video about me and him.
Yeah.
And I just took the piss. It's a big joke. But I've never been harsh to him, and I'll tell you why.
You can see the sadness behind his eyes.
Number one, we look alike, so I feel bad. I feel like we're probably related in some way.
Yeah.
Number two, I really don't think he wants to do this.
No, it doesn't look like it, right?
I think he's doing some sort of internship, and I think he's super, super bummed out with how things have gone. Because in his mind, he's probably like, I'm going to do this news thing, and I'll transfer to something else. And he's definitely likes the limelight. He definitely wants the microphone. Yeah. And he just gets stomped on with these stupid reports. Yeah. And you can tell he just doesn't take it seriously. No. He doesn't want to be there.
Of course not.
Yeah. He's on a rusty ship.
Yeah, that's one of the main things I wanted to point out here.
Next, we're going to delve deeper into the sea to check out a cruise liner developed for abalone.
So a cruise liner developed for abalone. Okay, that's where he's supposed to go. Now you can see it. They actually have it there behind him.
Yes.
Yeah. If you turn that way, what if I make you big a little bit? Yeah, turn a little bit more towards this side. Yeah. It's just you basically.
It is.
So
he's a little paler than me.
Yeah, he's a little paler.
It's because I'm.
And German. It looks like he's in pain.
Yes.
Always. You know what I mean? Like he's got a stomach ulcer or something. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does. Or he's got like
something wrong with his pancreas or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the fact
hemorrhoids or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
Take a look at that structure, okay, behind him. Now that's where they do like some farming of abalone or whatever on this structure. But in this exact video, they kept interspersing B-roll of that exact structure, obviously when it was just completed. So it looked nice and brand new. But it shows you how sloppy their propaganda is, because it can't be very old and it already looks like a rusty wreck of garbage, right?
Crisco says $10 says that vest doesn't even flow.
Yes.
That is a good theory there. Yeah, There's a good theory there, is that they cloned me before I left.
Yeah.
And they actually mobilized my clone, but they couldn't do it to you before you left.
Yeah, that's true. They couldn't get the
DNA.
That is not a cruise liner. That rusty piece of rubbish. Just blood.
I mean, seriously, look at that thing. I know that like any structure in the sea is going to be prone to serious corrosion, but you can keep it at bay if you actually maintain it.
Yes.
And this also plays into what we're going to show you a little bit later. When it comes to maintenance, China's probably one of the worst countries in the world.
Yeah.
Very good at building something nice and new.
Yeah.
Not necessarily good quality, but nice and flashy and new.
Yeah.
But they're never maintaining it.
Yes.
Just like this, whatever this cruise liner for abalone is.
Wonderful. Good thing I got a tetanus shot before.
I mean, look at how
coming here.
Rusty everything is.
I really feel bad for CCP Milk.
Yeah, look at his face. He really is like,
I'm being genuine. Like, I'm not taking the piss. Like, I actually feel bad for him. And again, I really think it's because we look alike.
Probably.
I really feel bad.
Yeah.
I love you, brother. Come back home. Come home.
I mean, look at his face, because you're a reporter. You're being filmed, okay, and you're supposed to be looking impressed by this. And
well, how can you look impressed? Look at what you're looking at. Again, I'm taking his side here.
It honestly looks
look at what you're looking at.
Yeah, it looks like he's looking at a steaming dog turd or something.
It is.
He's like, ew.
It's worse.
Ew, what is that? You know?
Imagine this.
Yeah.
I go to journalism school. I learn fluent Chinese. This guy is talented.
Yeah, he's got great Chinese. Yeah.
He gets job at state media. He's going to transition to something else.
He's going to be a cultural ambassador.
Whatever. Maybe it's a stopgap. Maybe he's going to work at New York Times after or BBC, right?
Yeah.
That's the dream of a lot of these British guys, is they want to do BBC, so they do these gigs.
Yep.
And you're on a rusty flotilla.
Yes.
Talking about abalone. Mm-hmm. And you don't give a shit.
No, and it's a disgusting rusty flotilla.
And not only is it a disgusting rusty flotilla, the whole thing is a lie.
Yes.
And you know it's a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know none of this is real.
Yeah, exactly.
Even I have to admit this is really fishy. They keep interspersing B-roll.
So you see, this is the B-roll that they cut in this exact same propaganda clip.
Yes.
Look, that's honestly when it had just been released. Probably like a week after, and they filmed this. Right? It's got to be, because look, the paint's still fresh. And I love how there's a Chinese flag up there, just in case you were wondering.
Is this contested waters?
Yeah, because it's just off the coast of Fujian or whatever.
That's not even close to any other country.
No, it's not.
Well, maybe
Taiwan.
Yeah. I mean, all of this is the B-roll that they were using. Okay? It's nice and white.
Beautiful-looking facility.
See, the flyover looks all nice and clean.
But I'm here on the ground, and it's a rusty piece of crap.
No, we have sea milk at home already. Sea milk at home.
Yeah. And look, they're walking through it. Every piece of that thing is rusted now.
Yes.
And look at the two together. note that even there's like a little wind vane propeller thing up there.
That doesn't even work.
Yeah, it's even that stopped working, no longer works. You know what I mean? Everything about it is busted.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
What a sad report.
It's a sad report, and it's also nonsense how they try to trick people by showing them something from a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is.
It's like, dude, it's like if you crashed your car or something and it's a wreck, right?
Yes.
But then you keep showing photos of your car before it was a wreck, saying, "I've got such a cool car. Look at my car."
Yes.
But your car's actually doesn't run anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
open invite for not only CCP Milk, Sam Duckett,
Yeah.
John
What the
T.
Sam Duckett is this?
all these guys. Actually,
Yeah.
those are the only two that I might want to do an interview with. The open interview for you two guys, because if you want to come on our show and tell us like all the stuff they made you do, and we'll listen to your story and we'll promote any social media you have.
Sure.
We're happy to hear your story. It's an open invite.
Absolutely.
John T.
And Sam Duckett.
Who's John T?
Oh, yeah.
Great.
And Sam Duckett, which we don't have a soundbite for. Those are really the only two shills that I want to talk to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they haven't really crossed the line.
Not necessarily, no. They haven't done like Xinjiang genocide denial.
Neither of them
like
have,
Rick
so.
has.
Yeah.
Because I would have said Rick, but no, he's
Not anymore. Rick's gone down the dark
He's gone.
path.
We got some new
Rick is
stuff. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's like the emperor or whatever.
You got to play him now.
Oh yeah, you know.
What's his most
Wow,
emperor?
so good.
Oh yeah, see, he's promoting the darkness. Did you
That's
see
a
that?
little too much for me.
The original name for ping pong.
Whiff waff. Whiff waff. Oh, fancy a spot of whiff waff, old chap. Chinese water torture is not Chinese.
Interesting, isn't it? Are you married? Do you have children? Do you have a car? Do you have a house? How much money do you make every month? Why are you so fat? Why is your nose so big?
The first thing she says to me is, "你胖了好多." It's like, oh, you got really fat. That's the first thing she says to me. And apparently, there was a massive explosion and he disappeared. And so they think that he flew to the moon because they named one of the craters on the moon after this guy.
Oh,
So
charming.
I think in reality what happened is he just vaporized.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind